Hello everyone, it's Kristen with HK Wax Center. I'm going to do another Q&A video for you guys. This time I'm actually going to tell you the questions that I'm going to answer before I actually answer them. That way if you want to skip around, it's a little easier to do so. Okay, so I'm going to answer, can you talk about saving your wrists and how to avoid wrist tendonitis? Please and thank you. Next one, I'm a hard wax beginner and wanted to know if the wax needs to completely dry before stripping. I guess if the wax needs to dry completely before you remove it or not. Let's see, what else? Do you turn the wax warmer off at night and then back on in the morning? And how long do your Brazilians usually take? And then last one, how do you apply upper chin and or upper lip and chin waxes? Oh my god. Okay, so let's see. First one, can you talk about how to save your wrist from tendonitis? Yeah, this one's actually huge. So especially when I worked at European Wax Center, my wrists, my hands really were starting to cramp a whole lot. So there was actually even a girl that I worked with who had to get surgery from carpal tunnel due to working at European for so long. So you got to be careful with it. Honestly, you really just have to stretch. It sounds kind of cheesy and simple, but it really does work. That or just don't work for a company that's gonna, kill you. But yeah, so I would take my wrist and I would bend it back like this. I would take it and then push it forward like this. I would do a lot of like, I can't see what I'm doing, like massages, especially like right here because it's always a big one. With my hand, I would roll my hand. I even had this little medicine ball thing that I would like squeeze because that really helped. I was really just trying to strengthen my hands. Yeah, but a lot of stretching. You gotta stretch, especially if you're at a place like European, because you'll feel it, and when you do, it's gonna scare the crap out of you. So just, yeah, please stretch. Okay, so let's see. Next one, does the strip need to be completely dry or can it remain a little soft and warm? Honestly, this is kind of depending, one, on the wax. Every wax is different. You can't just say this one thing fits all because that's not true. But I prefer for thinner hair, like vellus hair, maybe on like your cheeks, sideburns, for upper legs like thighs, stuff like that, even sometimes on lower legs too. I prefer to keep those strips a little bit more on the wet side, so I don't like them to dry all the way, unless you have a wax that is super elastic. If you do, then you'll be fine no matter what. I use Signature Series from Mermaid Wax, and that wax does not break for anything. It's amazing. But if you, obviously, whatever wax you're using, personally, I prefer to keep, for vellus hair, pull the strip on the early side. If it's coarse hair, let that sucker dry, because if you pull it too early, and they have a lot of thick, coarse hair, it's not gonna work, but it's gonna kind of get stuck in like a gooey mess, and it's not gonna be good. So yeah, so personally, thinner hair, I like to pull it early. Thick, coarse hair, leave it, let it dry. Again, do what works for you, but for me, this is what works. I'm in Texas, it's hot and humid, and it's helped me out a lot. Okay, do you turn your wax warmer off at night and then back on in the morning, or leave it on low temp at night? This is actually a really common question, which I'm glad that she asked this. So for a long time, I used to just turn it off at night, come back in the morning, an extra 30 minutes early, turn it back on and mix it. Then I discovered it's like a Wi-Fi plug-in. Some people have timers and that's fine, but I don't always come in at the same time every day, so I don't always want it to turn on at the same time every day. So I purchased a Wi-Fi plug-in. So obviously the Wi-Fi plug-in itself, you stick it in the outlet, put your appliance or warmer plugged in right there, and then there's an app I downloaded on my phone, and I can actually turn my wax warmer on anytime. So I live about 30 minutes away from my shop, so I'll turn it on right when I'm leaving, so 30 minutes beforehand. Now, what I will also do, now again, with my warmer, I have a big, massive, giant industrial warmer that I'm so obsessed with. I will turn it, ranges from 1 to 6. I'm sorry, 1 to 10. So I will leave it right about 6. And so whenever I turn it on, I'm not turning it on as hot as it can possibly go. Now, this has taken me a long time to figure out. I'll turn it on right around 6 so that 6 at 30 minutes really gets the outside really good and melted, but not where it's like fiery hot. Because if it's fiery hot, then you gotta wait for it to cool down. It takes a long time. So if I can get the outside where it's slightly warmer than what I would actually want to use it, and then I can just kind of work it around my pot within the second, 30 minutes that I'm here, so an hour later, it's perfect. Everything's perfect. So again, yeah, I highly recommend, I personally like the Wi-Fi plug-in, but I know a lot of people like the timers too. I don't recommend leaving your pot on when you're just like all night. It's gonna wear it out. I know some people do it all day, every day, and if that works for you, great. But for me personally, just to ensure it's not like a fire hazard or something like that, because I don't want to get in trouble. So I will turn it off when I leave, and then I'll turn it on as I'm driving to work. So 30 minutes beforehand works great for me. So, okay. Let's see here. How long do your Brazilians usually take? It really depends on the customer. It's not, it takes me 10 minutes or whatever. If it's someone I've been waxing for a long time, probably 7 minutes. If it's a brand new customer, it'll definitely take me longer, just because, especially if they've never been waxed before, so maybe like 20 minutes for that. Now, if it's a new customer that I've never waxed, but they've been waxed before, probably about 15. It really just kind of varies on case by case. Again, it's not just like works for everybody. But yeah, some people I can knock out, 7 minutes or so, and others it takes me up to 20. So kind of varies, but some are right around there. Let's see. Okay, last one. How do you apply wax to the upper lip and chin? Okay, so first for the lip, I do 4 strips total. So I will do 1 strip laying this way. You'll pretty much take a popsicle stick, dip it in your wax, and then like wipe off the edges so that you only have wax on the very bottom part. So on that, pretend this is my stick, wax would just be on this bottom part right here. So I would lay 1 strip right there, pull that off, lay 1 strip right here, pull that off, and I'll go the opposite direction. So then I'll lay 1 going up this way, and then pull it off that way, and then 1 going up this way, pull it off that way. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, you're done. Okay, and then for the chin, this again kind of depends. Some people have a very obvious way that their chin hair grows. Like some people will have like darker chin hairs that just go like straight down like that. Others, they're kind of just all over the place. So normally I'll do a strip right here, and then I'll pull it off that way, and then I'll lay 1 going this way, pull it off that way, and then lay another 1 this way, pull it off that way. You should be good. Sometimes they might have a straggler here or there. Again, you can do more if you need to, or you can just tweeze them, up to you. But that pretty much, I follow the same thing from most people, because a lot of people just have them, normally they kind of start just to grow down. So I'll do that first, and then I'll do the side ones, and then you're good. Hopefully these help. Any questions, let me know. I love these. Also, if y'all are on Facebook, don't forget to check out Wax Club. It's for professionals only, so estheticians, cosmetologists. If you're currently in aesthetic school, that's fine too. But for professionals only, Wax Club on Facebook. Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a good one. See you next time.